It was in New Haven that we developed the model. There were several other places that we field tested the model. It was Dr. John Murphy who met me on the road, and he was one of the first people to disaggregate the test scores of blacks and whites. And he told me that he wanted me to come and bring the STP model to his district and close that gap. And we came and we did it in a number of places. We certainly worked out the model for making that change, and they had some dramatic changes. And PG County, Prince George's County, is a good example, I think, of the fact that when leadership comes from the top, it can be done. But it also points out that when you have changes in leadership, programs that are working do not necessarily get supported or get supported at different levels. They can't be developed in the way that maybe the original people had in mind, and yet they were strong enough. It was strong enough, and they worked hard enough to keep it going, and to keep it going for 24 years. And I think they're now in a very good position to make it work district-wide and powerfully and get the attention that they need and that the model needs, the idea and the importance of development needs to begin to influence thinking in education about the importance of development. We never would have had a chance with the model in Prince George's County or anywhere else for that matter without the local person taking responsible for the leadership of the implementation of the model, the learning and of how it works, and helping people implement that model. And that's the way it works everywhere. But Jan Stoklinski was one of the first people to grab it and to believe in it and to make it possible through her own personal contacts and knowledge and skills, make it possible in Prince George's County, and really showed us how we had to rely on the local leadership and the fact that leadership, there are strong, good people everywhere who can make things happen when they can think and use the principles and to use the framework. And certainly Jan did that, and it can be taught. And that's what was the question when we went in, was can you use a trainer of trainer model? Did our model work only in New Haven? Did it work nearby where we could travel? Or could we train other people or help other people learn the model and implement it? Jan Stoklinski demonstrated that it's possible to have other people learn the model and disseminate it in that way. And that's a helpful sign, because it is possible to have people all over the country learn how to create environments that make it possible for children to learn at a high level, all children. Jan was able to work with a parent volunteer who was not an educator, Sheila Jackson, and she was able to learn the model and then took over in the implementation and leadership role once Jan retired.